What is up, traders, and welcome yet to another YouTube video. So today we're going to be focusing on NASDAQ US 100. So starting from the weekly time frame, we're going to use the top-down analysis. Starting from the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame, what I wanted to highlight perhaps is how we are resisting on this ray line. You can see with our first touch here, it hasn't broken out, so we're still there. So I'm anticipating that price is going to reverse. So that's the bigger picture, right? Now let's go to our daily. On the daily time frame right now, we see our ascending channels. We have an ascending channel within an ascending channel within an ascending channel. Of course, it has broken out here. It has broken out again, but then it's breaking out correctly, right? So it's still giving me the it's still giving me impression that it's gonna reverse to the downside, right? So that's about it for the daily. Let's go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour time frame, we're having all right, cool. We see this channel much clearer. The ascending channel within the ascending channel within the ascending channel, and then we see how they've been touching this ray line here. First touch, second touch. Now we're anticipating another touch, forming some form of arc type formation or a double top, right? Then expecting it to go to the downside. Okay, after that, right, I want you to pay attention here. This is how I'd forecasted my previously. I'd impulse a correction, then it turned into a bigger correction. I was hoping it was going to break to the downside, but however, it broke up to the upside. So now I'm going to have to evolve with the market. So here, what we can say is we can perhaps put our trend line something like this, right? And anticipate that it could be like this again, yeah. And anticipate that it's a break of channel and then formation of another channel, right? But let me put it here. I'm trying to use the most recent price action, or let me just go into the 1 hour to make this much clearer, because we already see the bigger picture from the higher time frame, right? So on the here we are on the 1 hour time frame, and then yeah, now you see it makes sense that okay, another ascending channel, right there. Then let me just now, as you can see, right, I'm anticipating that it's gonna go up and touch the top again, so it makes sense. First touch, second touch, now we're waiting for a third touch. It could be, could not, maybe it won't touch. Let me try to get this. Maybe it won't touch this section, right, but then it could go up a bit, forming an arc type formation from here, going all the way up to that point, maybe wherever it touches this ray line again for this line again for the third time, and then it might reverse to the downside, right? That's what I'm looking forward to see. But of course, we're not just gonna sell when it touches. We're just gonna wait for it to form some form of reversal type pattern. Here, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna let it play out, right? So it has our first, second, it may come for a third touch, or it may create something of this form. Something of this type, right? Whereby it trickles, plays around, touch, and then come. So first, second, third, and then breaks all the way going to the downside here, right? As we've anticipated, our first target is somewhere here, right? Then our next target is down there, right? Reason being here is after 90% retracement of the channel, and then now here it's just touching the supporting trend line, right? Mm, how am I going to capitalize, or how can we capitalize on this move? After we have a formation of this sort, right, we can put our trend line here, right? Uh, Something of this sort, right? Now we have another ascending channel, and then we have our entries around here. Um, yes, and then we're aiming this first target, which is gonna give us 4% already. We're aiming at 3%, so 4% is definitely what we're looking forward to take. And if we hold much longer, we're getting almost 7%, right? Um, yeah, and then check this out. That's our first entry. Our second entry could be here if it creates another correction. So I'm looking forward to have something like 4 to 5 entries before it reaches this point. Or remember, from the bigger picture, if it breaks out here, it's gonna go all the way down. So we're looking at so many entry points. You just have to be on the lookout. I'll also be posting updating videos so that we're able to capitalize together. And yeah, so here's another entry. This one is much tighter, much tighter entry, less risk, greater reward. Already at 4.5% profit here. 8% once we reach our second target, and even more if we keep going to the downside. But if you're gonna wait for it to go all the way to the downside, it's a swing trade, so you have to be really patient with it and let it play out, right? So yeah, that's about it, guys, from me. In regards to the NASDAQ focus, please stay tuned for the updates. I'm gonna be updating, and yeah. And guys, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment on your thoughts, and hit the post notification button so that when we do drop another one, do drop an update on Nasdaq, especially beginning of the week, midweek day, you're also up to date, right? And we're able to capitalize together.